I think that the hiring the known actor definitely helps in audience building and raising awareness for the piece. I don't necessarily think, unless you're hiring Daniel Radcliffe, that you maybe will be guaranteed to have press. I mean, Daniel this morning was on the Today Show. I mean, I've worked on pieces with really high-profile actors, and I don't necessarily get them on the Today Show. So, you know, it really depends on, I mean, it so depends on so many things. It depends on if they're interested in that person, but it also depends, what's the news story of the day? Do they have space? Do they have available space to interview your client? Do they, you know, what other things are they running that this fits into or doesn't fit into? So, you know, I love the idea of hiring people with great resumes because it does raise awareness of your piece, and it does offer more opportunities for the press, but it doesn't guarantee them.
What are the other kinds of hooks then that when a reporter or journalist, when you speak to them, you're trying to come up with a story for them. That's really it. They need something to present to the public, and
Right.
You're trying to come up with something juicy for them too.
Okay.
Is that how it works?
Right, and each project has a different hook. For example, I'm working with the White Plains Performing Arts Center right now. We have renovations opening on Thursday, written by Andrew Garrell, who has 6 or 7 other projects happening this month. He has a book coming out. He has a concert at Joe's Pub. He has multiple things. So, you know, Pete Kramer at the Journal News, that was what was pitched to him, was like the multiple, you know, the multiple facets of Andrew Garrell, and the fact that he has the ability to do so many different things, and, you know, that all these things are happening in the same month, 2 shows opening and whatnot. So, Pete's going to write something about him on Thursday. Another thing that I pitched was the fact that Lenny Wolpe is in the show, and he was in Wicked. So one of the pitches was from Wicked to White Plains, and try to get people to write about this actor who has been, all the actors have been on Broadway, but we were just, you know, trying to find a hook. So, you know, this actor's been on Broadway.
So the big W. That was the hook.
Yeah, exactly. And it didn't work, but, you know, we tried, you know, and so, and actually because it didn't work, I was using that sort of idea in some of my marketing, so that at least I could use this great idea, even if it didn't work as a pitch, was used it in the marketing, try to get people aware that there are these, you know, Broadway caliber actors on stage in Westchester.
Well, I would assume in White Plains it would have been easier to get some local, if there is local paper or something.
Right, so the Journal News, they're the local paper, so they're going to write something, but, you know, there's, local papers, trying to get them to write on it. This Macbeth that I'm doing right now is in a film noir, 1920s sort of ideal world with the femme fatale, Lady Macbeth, blah, blah, blah. So that was the pitch. That was one of the pitches for that show. That was their hook. That's how they were making it different from any Macbeth you had seen before. So, you know, I tried to reach out to people who had written on Macbeth and say, like, oh, you write on Macbeth, you're interested in Shakespeare. Here's one like you've never seen before, and try to give them an idea of why this show is different.